If you're getting traffic but not sales, this video is for you. A lot of cart abandonment happens during the very last step, checkout. Visitors go through all the trouble of picking the right size, choosing their favorite color, adding customizations, even entering their shipping information, but then give up right at the end. So frustrating. Let's fix it. Today I'm going to show you specific checkout upgrades proven to boost conversion rates. Here's what we'll cover. Speed and friction, the fastest way to reduce abandoned carts. Trust, small changes that make people feel safer and ready to hand over their credit card info. Pricing and payments, how to stop surprise costs from destroying conversions. Psychology and personalization, secret methods to create urgency without being annoying or unethical. And testing, how to make consistent improvement every month. Let's get into it. The first part is speed and friction. People's attention spans are shorter than ever. Think about it. If you ever get impatient when visiting or working on your own website, imagine how your customers feel. To fix it, let's start with a performance audit. Open GTmetrix, paste your checkout page URL, and run a test. Take a look at your core web vitals, top issues, and anything that mentions render blocking resources, heavy images, or slow server response times. There's probably room for improvement. When you're trying to optimize a checkout experience, you want everything to be lighter, faster, and cleaner. Performance problems are the opposite of that. If your audit is showing a lot of red, work on things like reducing heavy scripts, optimizing images, and reducing CSS and JavaScript load. Performance optimization can take a bit of work, but it's well worth it. Want to skip the work and get straight to the results? WP Rocket applies 80% of performance best practices automatically. It's the go-to optimization shortcut used by pros and beginners alike. I left the link in the description for you to find out more. So, that takes care of speed. Now to reduce friction. First, you want to shorten the path for customers. You want fewer steps, fewer fields, and fewer distractions. Visit your checkout page. How many form fields are there? It doesn't matter if some are optional. The more that there are, the more intimidated customers will be. Start with only what's absolutely necessary to get paid and ship the product. And here's a pro tip a lot of store owners miss. Unless you're actively running a coupon campaign, hide the coupon code field. A coupon field tempts people to leave and hunt for discount codes, and many won't come back. If you do run discounts, consider auto-applying eligible coupons instead. You won't be able to eliminate all form fields, so to reduce the mailing friction, give visitors a sense of progress. You can do this with a progress bar or step indicator. Aim for 3 steps. Any more and it can start to have the opposite effect. Finally, in most cases, it's totally unnecessary to require someone to create an account just to make a purchase. If someone's ready to buy, forcing account creation feels like a punishment. They're going to reconsider their choice and some of them are going to leave. So, be sure to enable guest checkout. In WooCommerce, you'll do this by going to WooCommerce, Settings, Accounts and Privacy, Enable Guest Checkout. You can still encourage account creation by promoting it on the purchase confirmation page or by making it as simple as checking a box during the process. Part 2 is all about trust and credibility. Your checkout might be fast and clean, but if it's raising red flags, people are going to turn around in droves. Let's start with building trust. To do this, make your security priorities super visible. The obvious one is to ensure you're using an SSL certificate, maybe an even more advanced one, like an extended validation certificate. These are harder to get, but sometimes add visual security cues for visitors. But you can also include accepted payment icons, a short, secure checkout line of text, or links to returns, privacy, and shipping policies. Next, you can build credibility by displaying any good reviews, industry certifications, or other awards. I'm talking about things like star ratings, short reviews, user-generated photos, ex-customer served taglines, etc. These things can give customers a confidence boost right when it matters most. Now, for part 3, let's talk about pricing and payments. Want to stop a purchase almost every time? Wait until the very last second to add a bunch of hidden fees or taxes. Instead, set expectations for these costs early on. Notes like plus shipping around pricing on product pages is informational, but may turn people away. Shipping calculated at checkout is a better phrase that sets an expectation with a slightly less negative connotation. Then, include the shipping calculator early in the checkout process. Of course, better than all of this is to offer free shipping or free shipping with a minimum purchase. Okay, let's talk about payment methods. Sure, you might have your preferred payment vendors, the ones with low fees or the best customer service. That's lovely. But if they're not the ones your customers love, it only does you so much good. Be sure to accept a diverse range of payment methods, from debit and credit cards to digital wallets and even crypto. You might also provide the opportunity for customers to pay for their order in installments. Providers like Klarna or Afterpay will actually accept all of the risk. You'll receive full payment up front while Klarna handles the payment collection. A study by Afterpay showed that providing installment options can increase conversions by more than 20%. Now, let's look at personalization and psychology. Two buzzwords that are all over the marketing industry, but they really do go hand in hand with conversion optimization. These strategies start long before anyone begins to check out. Providing helpful product recommendations and bundles makes you feel more in tune with customer needs from the beginning. As long as it's hyper-relevant to the product, you can offer upgrades or upsells right in the cart and actually build goodwill in the process. Updating your content based on geography or other personalization signals, especially showing pricing in the visitor's local currency, builds relevancy throughout the shopping process and reduces surprises during checkout, both of which will boost your conversion rates. Building urgency is another effective conversion boosting method, especially when it's legitimate and respectful. Examples include low stock alerts, shipping cutoff timers, and limited time offer icons. You might even try some of the X people have this in their cart pop-ups to add subtle peer pressure, social proof, and urgency. You don't want to have constant countdowns and fake deals, as this could begin to turn people away. Your goal is to do a great job communicating genuine reasons people should act quickly. The last part: test, measure, improve, repeat. This is just a reminder that experimenting with checkout flows is fruitless without actual data. Nearly everything you try can be tested. One-page checkout versus multi-step. Removing fields, hiding the coupon field, payment method layouts, and trust and social proof elements. Test one small change at a time and see how it impacts your cart abandonment rate, checkout conversion rate, and average order value. Making one small improvement each week can equal huge improvements over just a couple of months. Don't have months to wait. The easiest way to improve conversion rates is by speeding up your site. And the easiest way to do that? WP Rocket. It takes care of the difficult speed optimization stuff instantly. See the link in the description below to get started fast. What checkout page optimization tips did I miss? Tell me in the comments. See you next time.